In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with all of you some stocks to keep in your watch list for tomorrow. Remember, tomorrow there is the CPI report that will come out at exactly 7:30 a.m. Central Time. We're going to discuss what to expect, and I'm going to provide an update on some of the stocks that I've mentioned in the last video. Y'all, let's dive right into the charts right off the bat. We got QQQ. We're gonna use QQQ once again because the indices are looking a bit weird right now. They're not looking the same as the ETFs, but the percentage, especially with the movements intraday, reflects the ETF. So we're gonna use that once again. Today we got a doji. A very small doji, not too much action intraday. If we switch to the 5-minute, as you can see, this is not a day that you want to be day trading a whole lot. You really don't want to do much on this day. Today was a day to pretty much collect any profit from puts from tech stocks from last week Friday. All right, and then after that you just chill out and just patiently wait. The market pretty much did absolutely nothing. All right, it's waiting for the big news that's about to happen tomorrow. Like I've mentioned in the last video, everything is looking kind of sus. All of the indices are looking really sus. The Dow Jones is bearish. The SPY is hanging on by a very thin thread. It's like right on the edge, and the Nasdaq is bearish. There's also the gap at the bottom. Again, if CPI report turns out to be higher than 3.1%, like 3.3 or 3.7, if it doesn't beat 4%, I expect a massive drop. Just a nasty drop on the Nasdaq, all right? Do not be surprised if that occurs. A lot of stocks are overvalued. They've been running for months, and I really would not be shocked if we see a rug pull tomorrow morning. All right, so keep your eyes on the reaction. The expectation is 3.1 or lower. Again, anything higher than that, there will be panic and there will be chaos. All right, the VIX, despite today's very small price action, the VIX ended up gapping up by about 5%, which is not a good sign for bulls, right? Because we know that when the VIX is rising, this is a fear indicator of the market. When the VIX is rising, that means that there is a sell-off either happening or coming soon with the SPY and QQQ. All right, so we'll keep an eye on that one for later. I will update you guys on the VIX later. Now, the first stock that all of you should be keeping in your watch list, that one is gonna be for the bulls. Let me go on the 1 minute. All right, so that stock is XBEV, and XBEV, the pattern that I see, first and foremost, Chinese company. All right, beaten down for quite a long time, and we're going to zoom into this region right here. Lots of gaps to fill at the top. All right, and there is a pattern on the 4-hour. Again, this is the Chinese stocks. The way they behave is very choppy. A lot of the big moves happen during the nights, which can be quite annoying. But the structure is there. It broke out overnight, open high at around like $9.84, and pushed up above 10 during the close. The price target for it should be 11.25, and I think it could get there a lot sooner rather than later, because there's another Chinese stock reporting earnings, and this one has a huge pattern on the daily and even the weekly. Even it's BZ. This is a Chinese stock. It's been uptrending with XBEV. All right, uptrending throughout the last few days from $12 all the way up to $17. They are reporting earnings in the morning. The reaction to this earnings could affect XBEV. All right, CPI report. The reaction to that could also affect XBEV. So just be mindful of how we open, because that is really key. The pattern on BZ is on the weekly. It's a massive bullish pennant right here that broke out 2 weeks ago. And I think earnings might be what the stock needs to go up to exactly 22. Again, this is the exact same thing that I shared with you guys with Kroger. And look how that turned out. All right. Again, Kroger went exactly to $55. A lot of you guys made money on it. Congratulations. All right. BZ looks exactly the same. I'm gonna draw a circle right up here at 22 bucks, and we will see how things turn out. Again, the key is to watch how the reaction is. All right, that's the key. So that's the first stock slash sector to keep on watch. Now the next one. The next one's for the bears. All right. And this one is looking like it's rolling over on the daily and it's forming an interesting pattern. That one is AMAT. And AMAT is it's in the semiconductor space. All right. There is a pattern on the 4 hour. Let's go onto the 4 hour. There you go. So there is a structure on here. It might be a little hard to see, but it's there. It's there. There is a bear flag that broke down in the morning on Friday, right here. All right. There is a bear flag on the charts breaking down. I think it's going to get down to 190 again, especially if the reaction is really negative. It might just open at 190, and a lot of tech stocks are going to be down a lot anyways. If the reaction is super negative, so this is the first stock to keep on watch. To give y'all another perspective on this one, I'm gonna delete everything, and then we're gonna look at the daily chart. The daily chart has a huge gap to fill at 190 right here. And also there is an island gap reversal right here, with this being the island. This is the gap, island, reversal, down, bearish. All right. So keep AMAT on watch for tomorrow. Now let's do some updates. The first stock that I really want to do an update about is SQ. I shared this one with you guys for a bullish move. And congratulations to anybody who, again, like I said, it might behave a little sus. Be careful when it gets to 83. All right. The structure, the pathway that I drew is still on here. I think I removed that first line that I had here. If you haven't watched that video, I'm gonna pin it at the top right segment of this video right here. That way you can go check it out. I drew this right there because of the way it looks. It looks good, but I think it has some flaws, and I shared with you guys why with Tesla on why it could behave like this. All right, and after the way it closed today, I don't like this dragonfly doji. I don't know. This is a gravestone doji actually. This is a gravestone doji right there. It happens after uptrends. I don't like it, especially after the breakout after bullish pennants. Usually what tends to happen is games, right? And also tomorrow CPI, if that reaction is negative, we could see this happen a lot sooner than what I drew right there, all right? But there was an opportunity to make some money on this one, and that opportunity came in real fast. So congrats to anybody who was quick with it, getting in as soon as it broke above the pre-market high at 82 bucks. And getting out when it started to show weakness right here for a quick 40-30%, maybe 45% profit on the calls. All right. The next stock that I'm going to do in updates about that stock is let's look at Apple real quick, because I did share with you guys Apple and my thoughts on it. These are the bears that I showed y'all in the last video. And is the stock still bearish? I think so. It's not out of the woods just yet. It's not safe just yet until we get up here at 177, I don't think the momentum is going to shift. All right, and the CPI report will be a solid reason for the stock to finally finish off that move and drop all the way down to 164. Like I told you guys throughout the last few videos on Apple. All right, the CPI report is the perfect, it will be like the perfect storm to just finish this thing off. The other stock that I've mentioned was Tesla. And Tesla is also not out of the woods yet. Again, I shared this one with you guys. I told you that it was still bearish. All right. And the main question is how fast it's going to drop down to 145. Like this bottom line right here. It pushed in the morning, just like SQ did, just like Apple did. But in the end, it closed out bearish and left a long wick up here fulfilled with bears. Again, all right, so my thoughts and opinions on this one are not changing. Tomorrow is going to be very, very exciting, so pay very close attention to the reaction and how we open. Do not try to fight the trend is your friend. All right, so that's my very honest thoughts on all of these stocks, and that is the end of the video. Do not forget to annihilate the like button. As always, remember, make these videos from Sunday to Thursday at exactly 10 p.m. Central Time. All right, so definitely click on that subscribe button, that one, and click on that notification bell. That way you don't miss out on future uploads. All right, if you'd like to be part of a private Discord community with me, all of this information in real time as I see them, you can find that as the first link in the description of the video below. Don't forget to follow me on social media at Paul Nguma and at Patternology Lab on Instagram and on X. And lastly, to get some free stocks with Webull, you can use the third link in the description of the video below. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, this is Patternology Lab, where we treat patterns and patterns only. And I will see all of you in tomorrow night's video.